Morning guys, welcome back to Astral Diaries, channel dedicated to astral projection, OBEs, experiences, lessons, tips, mistakes. Let's do a video guys about dreams. So, this channel is mainly dedicated for astral projection OBE experiences. I do share lucid dreams here and there if it's kind of lined up with some of the goals and targets that I have. If you follow my channel, you know what I'm talking about. For example, the most recent one was about a woman I met, beautiful woman, and what happened next. It's actually just a block away from here where it took place, on kind of like astral sex side of it. And by the way guys, what I wanted to say was I try to omit a lot of details from those because I just don't want it to get too graphic. And it is what it is, man. What I wanted to say was, as an adult, you've experienced it, everything that I've shared in those videos. So if anybody maybe, sometimes I feel like maybe somebody's getting offended by those. It is what it is, man. It's like if you've experienced it, what I'm sharing in those videos is what happens. But I omit a lot of, in fact, I have a whole playlist on astral sex if you guys want to check it out. So let's talk about dreams, guys. I'm trying to do a video here, and I'm in the middle of like some type of protest demonstration. It's anti-ICE / release Epstein files and pro-Antifa. I have no idea what's going on, but there's a lot of people here. So let's touch on dreams, guys. So what I want to get, the main thing is, you could easily rule this out as, I guess that guy thought I was recording him or something. You could be like a scientific minded guy and say, these are all dreams, subconscious mind. Which, yeah, man, that's, you're not some genius by saying that. A lot of us think that. At the end of the day, that could be one of the easiest explanations, but that would be also like one of the most boring explanations, in my opinion. But if you dig deeper, that's when things get interesting. There's hope, possibilities with it. So let's kind of dig in here. I'm not sure if I noticed this or not in the previous years. As a kid, we all have dreams. Man, that golden retriever looks just like the one I used to have over there behind that car. There, exactly, man, exactly. But, especially during COVID time, I really noticed my dreams. They became really vivid. I did a little video about it. But what I want to touch on, guys, in this video is, when you're in these realities, what I want to touch on is how the depth that's in it. For example, like if you're in you have a dream where you're in a house, the house that you live in, the house you've never been in your life, but you live in there, right? And you're in that house, you're in the kitchen, in the bedroom, living room. It's not just surface level. It's not just like you're in there, For example, if you go in this building right now, just enter that door, you have no idea where you are. You look around, you go from room to room, you have no idea where you are. But in these dream settings, there's like depth, memory, history, right? How many times you've had a dream that you're in a house, but you're not just in that house, you have memories from that place. So what I'm trying to say is there's history in it. And then the other thing I want to touch on, and I'd love to get you guys' opinion on this, the other thing I want to touch on is people that you see, So I have just last 2 nights, give you guys a couple examples. You're interacting with people that but when you wake up, you have no idea who they are. Now, I don't remember these type of dreams. I only remember them past couple years. Maybe I didn't really pay much attention to them before, before getting into like this OBE astral projections. You wake up, you barely remember your dreams, and get up, go to work, and not pay much attention. Maybe think a little bit about it if the dream stands out too much. Otherwise, you just kind of brush it aside, go with your day. So, like you see people that you recognize. It's getting really crowded here. It's really crowded. Sorry. So what is that? So just last night I had a dream where I was in a work setting in front of a computer It's like that last 30 minutes of work, you know, when you're kind of looking at the little watch, clock in the computer in the little corner, you know, bottom right. And as I'm doing this, I'm, you know, getting some last minute things done. And there's a person that's kind of sitting to my left, but kind of close enough to even see my screen, you know, which was kind of weird because I'm like, hey, you know, this guy can see my screen. And this guy is talking to me about some stuff, work-related stuff, some concerns he has, which I'm not going to get into either. It's just going to be boring. But I know who this person is in this setting. He's a coworker. I know who he is. Like, I recognize this person. As soon as I wake up, I have no idea. I clearly remember this guy's face. I have no idea who this person is. Just last night I was in a setting where there's this girl that I'm trying to avoid, as the way you would avoid an ex or like a friend you no longer want to talk to. And you know, it gets to a point where she just gets too close right in front of my face, where now you have to say hi. You know, it's kind of awkward not to. She's like a younger Asian, maybe mixed with white girl. Beautiful, kind of short hair, stylish, and we hug. And when I wake up, I have no idea who she is. No idea who she is. So, you know, I'd love to hear you guys' thought if you've experienced stuff like that too. The point I'm trying to make is, when you're in places and there's depth in it, it's not just you're in a room in a kitchen. It's like you have memories from that. You feel home, you know, if you're in a home in a dream. And then the other thing is, you see people that you're clearly interacting, and you know, and the same thing with like OBEs and astral projections. You see somebody that you can interact with, but what is going on here? So if you want to go take the thought process and approach of somebody like Darius J. Wright, because he says, you know, there's dreams, dimensional spaces, thought forms, and then astral projection. Those are like you're exiting, but OBE is the ultimate, you know, exit. So you can look at it that way. You could say these are like thought forms, dimensional spaces. And man, people have problems with somebody just walking around recording. That's the second person saying something, but he's kind of crazy. The other person was crazy too. A lot of crazy people in this downtown area. So the other approach you could take is there's also levels to this. So when you're in a dream where you're in your own immediate surrounding, like your home, and you're interacting with people that you know from the physical, you know, family members and friends, that could be a dream, or you could say that's an astral projection in real time, you know, playing what do you call it, round one. When you're interacting with people you recognize in this reality but not in physical. Same thing if you're like in a home setting where you recognize you have memories but you don't know. Maybe that's got to be like another level, you know, like if you take the approach of like astral projection OBEs, maybe that's like another level, you know. So, you know, who knows really what's going on, but I just want to do a video about dreams. In a nutshell, if you guys experience the same thing and what your thought is about it, when it comes to being in places that you have memories of. It's familiar. It's not just you're in a room, like, but you have memories of that place, you know, like you live there. You know what I'm talking about? Like you feel like I've been so many dreams where I'm in a home that I live in, and I have like memories from that place. It's hard to describe, you know what I'm talking about? Or like the next thing that I just mentioned, people that you see and interact with, but when you wake up you have no idea who they are. So what is your thought on that? Are you experiencing the same thing? What do you think it is? Like I said, you can take a scientific approach and say, you know what, it's all subconscious mind, hallucination, mind created, which yeah, that could be a possibility. But you know, if you want to dig deep, dig further. That's it, guys. Astral projection, astral diaries, channel dedicated to astral projection, OBEs, lesson tips, mistakes. If you want to support the channel financially, buy me coffee, like, share, subscribe, and also you can watch older videos that can help with the channel too. See you guys on the next one.